Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendress, and welcome back to Tensura Reincarnated. We're back in the test world, because, turns out I'm a bit of a goof with the previous stuff we were doing in the test world. But let's go over recaps and whatnot first. So, last time, we did our little recap as usual, showcasing Envy and Oppressor a little bit more. And then pretty quickly jumped over to trying out some of the Mysticism unique skills. So it's pretty simple to get a hold of Thrower. You just need 8 pure Magisteel ingots, or pure Magisteel kunais, which is to say 8 40 nuggets of pure Magisteel. So that's pretty simple. We had all that. Then basically just get a trident you can throw, make sure it doesn't have Riptide, because apparently Riptide makes it so you can't throw a trident. I literally have never used a trident before, so that was news to me. Anyways, Thrower, we got it back. That's a fun skill. I really like that skill. But that, more or less instantly, gets mastered and evolves into the unique skill, Melancholy, from the Mysticism add-on. And it's basically just an upgraded form of Thrower. Like, it still has the same throws and punches and whatnot. Then it has the mob moving capabilities of molecular manipulation. And then it has this, like, very nice debuff that you can apply to everything around you. It's a pretty cool skill. Then after that, we started showcasing one of the 3 Mysticism unique skills that you can't get legitimately through, like, the quest logs and whatnot. The slight cheating, but we were trying to showcase a cool new thing that we couldn't get otherwise, in the form of hidden... What's the name of it? Hidden... Tensura grant... Tensura edit... Me... Ability, what's it called? I cannot remember. It's hidden something. Hidden ruler, there it is. Basically, this has a invisibility mode that really makes a fake exit message. It's technically better invisibility than even Murderer has, but it doesn't come with the extra boosts. Like, it doesn't give you, like, the extra damage or whatnot, and it's definitely less controllable. I don't know, I prefer click and hold invisibility that I have more control over to toggle invisibility, even if toggle invisibility is definitely better for sneaking around. Definitely a cool skill for multiplayer, but I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be using it here. Anyways, it has that, and then on top of that, it has a copy and a paste ability and a recruitment, so I can force recruit anything I'm looking at. Yeah, the same way as if I was using charm, except I'm too weak in comparison. Copy, ability activation failed. So this skill, actually, let me go ahead and do mastery of everything real quick. It's copied, ability activation failed. Game. So this skill allows you to temporarily copy skills. Okay, 50% chance, 50% chance that you have the unique skill Fighter. This is a continuation of a test that we didn't get to finish last time as to whether or not this skill... Okay, I have 0 skills in this world. This 100% does not work on unique skills then. Because I think the Minotaur basically only has Fighter, maybe Strength and something else. But it's definitely not working. I want to say it's only Fighter, but now I need to double check this. 1 second. Nope, this thing has like 7 skills. Or steel strength, strengthened body, physical resistance, self-regen, heat resistance, and fighter. I have literally none of those skills. How did I get the resistances? Like, seriously, why do I have those? I don't know. I know I gave myself... I'm so confused. Why do I have the resistances? I don't think I gave myself those. Is Survivor turned on? No. That's a weird one. That's strange. Anyways, yeah, this thing... Why isn't this working? 50% chance. And then I don't have Steel Strength, I don't have Strength and Body, I don't have Self-Regen or Fighter. There are 4 out of the 6 skills, and the skill still won't work. Hold on, Minotaurus. You only have Strength in, I think. Yeah, you only have Strength. Which means if I hit the 50, I should just get it. Is Hidden Ruler just not working? I'm sorry, what? Does this skill just not work right? I'm so confused. Huh? Is something wrong with the percentages? It's supposed to be 50% when mastered. Is it, like, messed up in some way it's not working? I don't know. We were trying and failing to get this skill to activate for, like, half of last episode, trying to steal the abilities of a Sphinx, because they have one of the last few unique skills we can get legitimately. That's... Okay. Hidden Ruler, do you just not work? I'm so confused. This ability seems so cool, but it just doesn't work. It's a pretty decent looking plunderer skill that has some pretty bad drawbacks. It just doesn't work apparently. Oh well, it's a little bit sad. Maybe it's a weird thing where it's not working properly with the Grimoire of Gaia stuff. Did I forget to put the Grimoire of Gaia compatibility mod data pack in this test world? There's actually a decent chance that I forgot to put the compatibility data pack in this test world, in which case that's why it's not working. Let me go double check that real quick, because now I want to run this test too before I run the other test I have planned here. Oh, that's what happened. I forgot to actually enable it. Cool. There we go. Reload with no... Okay, Cube.js, that's something to do with that's the thing to add custom recipes. That I still need to deal with trying to figure out how to do that for the liquids, for the mechanical spawn thing. Anyways, you now have skills. True Chaotic Fate has been acquired through learning. That's not what I meant to do. Billy activation failed. Okay. Maybe it's a thing where I need a new Minotaur to spawn in which case this one just won't have skills yet. Let's try it, shall we? We're gonna run this little test real quick. We're going to try clicking this thing like a handful of times. 50-50 shot. If we still can't get it, I don't know what to tell you. This just isn't working. Minotaur. Steel Strength has been learned. Okay, it now has unique skills. Very good. So Steel Strength is now listed as one of our temporary skills. Temporary self-regen? Cool. Okay. And those are just hanging out in here, right? Yep. There's that, and self-regen. Do these skills gain mastery points? I know they're technically temporary skills, but I hope that since they work differently than the temporary skills from Creator, maybe they work differently as well? I don't know. Anyways, Strength and Body. Okay, there's 3 out of the 4 we don't have. All that is left on the Minotaur is Fighter. So I'm just gonna stay here for like a couple of minutes, just keep clicking this and see if we can't get Fighter. If we can't get it in like 3 minutes, I'm just going to assume that this thing doesn't work on unique skills, which is kind of what I was expecting already. Hold on, I can run this test so much more efficiently. That thing has... Okay, I was going to spawn in another worlder, but if one wants to spawn in anyways, that's perfectly fine. So, you only have healer. 50-50 shot. Does this work on uniques? I was gonna go spawn in another worlder and just give up on that one because it has so many extra abilities we don't want. 3 fails on a 50-50. 4 fails on a 50-50. Let's give this 10. 5. 6. And at this point, 7. At this point, I doubt it's luck. It just doesn't work. 8. In which case, I really wish that said it somewheres. I really very much wish it said it does not work on unique skills somewheres. But okay. I guess it's just a little bit of missing information that I think should really be there. It just doesn't work on unique skills. That's what I was expecting after so many fails with getting Engorger, but still good to know. It's just kind of a cool skill. It's kind of okay in a situation in which we are not as powerful as we are in the real world, but yeah, it's still fun to mess with. It doesn't have an ultimate skills. The other two from Mysticism do though, so those will be cooler to check out. Anyways, ultimate skills. Let's showcase this, shall we? So, I now have Commander. This is a continuation of the last test, in which we try to evolve Commander into its ultimate form. But if we just do Raphael evolve Commander, it pops up with that error message. If I press space, Flame Domination is also required for the ultimate you need for Commander, and so is Ogre Flame. You do not have what's needed. Yeah, I did not give myself Flame Domination, I only gave myself Flame Manipulation. So, we can't actually do that right now. But Tensura, edit. We're not going to look at the skill yet. We're going to wait for it, just to see that it happens and we do get the skill. This, yeah, just a simple little thing. Press space and tab after you get a syntax failure, and you might see something cool. That was the whole problem. And then just go ahead and mastery everything to max real quick. Now if we go back in and do this, Light and Heat Domination has been acquired, Multi-Layer Barrier has been acquired, Commander has evolved into its better form, Amaterasu. I just forgot to press space and tab. Raphael is working as intended and works on all, and works for the evolution of all skills. Not entirely sure why it's working despite the fact we have like 0 Magicules, but good to know. Also, that did not take Flame Domination, but did take Commander. Good to know. So I was a bit afraid it was going to steal some very good skills off of us, but it didn't, which is very nice. So, Commander, we'll get to showcase that eventually in the main series, probably when we do Demon Lord Evolution. But for right now, I think that's all I have to do in this prep in the test world. There's some stuff I want to do in the real world, but I'm not sure how much of it's going to be recorded. I'm probably just going to be running around looking for otherworlders, gathering more souls, I think. I don't know. We need souls for Demon Lord Evolution and Merciless. Then, yeah, basically just working on human kills and whatnot. I don't know. I'll be back in the real world in a moment. For you, it will be moments. I don't even know when it will be for me, though. Okay, so I am back. I'm still in the test world, because I decided I was going to try and go ahead and take another look at making the whole random spawn fluid thing work. So basically, the create mechanical spawner mod gives you this thing, and then it gives you some instructions on how to use a different mod called Cube.js in order to create custom recipes for this spawn fluid that you would normally make. So normally you'd have all of these ones. Basically, these are they're made using the random spawn fluid and whatever other thing, and will get you this fluid. We made the random fluid and didn't really make much other use out of it. So after a few hours of research and development, I have actually managed to make something work. Hello there, villager. Perfect timing. So, have I technically modded? I might have technically modded. I'm not sure where the cutoff point between the two is. But basically, I have used this Cube.js mod, which basically allows you to put in new JavaScript things. I literally have pages and pages worth of stuff, like several different programs open, file managers galore, all of it to make this bucket with the spawn fluid villager in it, which you can fill by sprout, and it also has a use to create the spawn fluid villager, which you can look at the recipe here, because this automatically goes into JEI, and I had to make this slightly different. So I couldn't actually figure out how to make it require 250 micro buckets of the random spawn fluid. So I had to settle for this instead. I was going to put the blaze rods on the list too, but the problem with that would be that it would try to make the spawn fluid here before it got to make the villager one. So I decided against that. Also, for some reason, stupid water. For some reason, it does not actually consume the water that would be in. It does not consume the water in here when I make this recipe for some reason. Just like so and so gets mixed up into spawn fluid villager. Don't. Yeah, it's like a crimson red. Like I have a bucket of the stuff here that basically I just borrowed some of the example stuff. Like, oh, make fluid like this. Oh, this example makes a fluid. Basically, I just need a fluid. I don't need anything fancy. Oh, the bucket's this color and the fluid's that color. That doesn't really matter much. We're probably not going to be placing this. And we're never going to get the bucket of this stuff. But, I don't know. Like, the crimson red of the fluid for spawning villagers kind of fits, considering the purpose in which we would want to spawn a bunch of villagers. I don't know. Anyways, like several hours of work to make this bucket with a crafting recipe. That when pumped into there, we need 500 micro buckets, which is simple enough. Just put one of these in, and I need the mechanical pump. Just make sure it only gets the spawn fluid and not the water, please. Come on, it just takes a moment to register that it's supposed to be going. Starts filling up in here, which in turn gets put into here, which currently has 300, now has 500. And as soon as the progress thing hits 100%, it will spawn another villager. Literally, hours and hours of work, and in the end, it's like 6 lines of code. Like literal hours to make 6 or probably grand total 12 actually. Like 12 lines of code to make a bucket and to make it do stuff and spawning villagers. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a lot. Like much more than, well, I don't know. It's kind of a lot. It was a lot of work to make this bucket for some reason. I don't think it should have been that difficult. Maybe I just need to learn more about coding before trying to get into this. But technically speaking, I now have all the steps. I could just retrace all my steps and copy everything. Just change this to pillager, maybe change the color a little bit. And in turn, change the recipe, end up with a bucket of spawn pillager. Or even better, or even more, make it take a couple pieces of magicule or magisteel ingots or nuggets rather, or something to make Falmouth soldiers. Because we're just not getting any of those spawning in, so it would be nice to actually get some of those. Make it cost something other than just cheating it in. Although it does still take a while. It takes 600, I believe, is what I set it to, processing time. Which I think is 600 or 6,000 ticks. Which I think that's 10 minutes or something like that. It's a rather long time. And I'm kind of proud of this. It took me way longer than I was expecting. I was expecting, oh, just copy the example text here and copy this example text here and bada bing bada boom, you're done. Nope. So many things that none of the tutorials decide to tell you, but you only get bits and pieces from different tutorials. But I made it work. I'll probably set this up in the real world at some point. I don't know if it's going to be right away. I'm definitely hopping off the game for now. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. It's just like last time I did this little testing thing. This is being recorded the night before I usually record. I just kind of wanted to do this and showcase it. But anyways, we'll see how I feel about changing this to bringing this over to the real world. You might see me doing it, actually. I don't know. I'll see you when the rest of the video is being recorded. Finally, we get an otherworlder who we don't already have in the main world. So, day after, this is just gonna become a thing, isn't it? I record, like, half the video or something like that at night while doing other prep work or in a test world or something, and then I come back for the important stuff in the real world. Basically, just spawned in. We're gonna be heading over there in a moment, and basically just flew from that village over here, and we now have a Kiyoya Tachibana and Severer. Finally, um, what is Severer? The Severer is just make all the swords and give them up. So just killing him will also let us do this pretty simply. Sure, but we're still going to just use Freerin to steal it anyways. Analysis. What skills do you have besides Severer? I don't have Severer already, do I? I don't think I do. No. What skills do you have besides Severer? I thought it was just Severer, but based on the fact that it is failing repeatedly... I'm sorry, why am I not stealing your skill? Appraisal... I'm sorry, why? What skill does Kiyoya have that besides Severer? Excuse me, game? It's definitely not a Magicule problem. I have plenty of Magicules to get a unique skill. I have enough for an ultimate skill hack, even. But, excuse me, why is this failing? It's 100% chance. Interesting. Does Kiyoya... I'm 100% sure Kiyoya has Severer, because he stole it in the original series. I'm about to ask. Why is this not working? Just to make sure it didn't work and I missed it, did it? No, we don't have the skill? Question mark? Try replacing it. Analysis. Do I need to look into this some more? Why is this failing? Why do I not have Severer? This is weird. This isn't supposed to work like this. I'm so confused. 1 second, let me look into this real quick. Well, that's interesting. So apparently Raphael can analyze and copy basically any unique skill that you could get off of another worlder, besides Severer. Literally the only one that doesn't work, which is strange. Like, Thrower works, Survivor and Berserker, Degenerate, Mathematician. Which one doesn't work? It's literally just Severer for some reason, as far as I can tell. Weird. It's strange, even. Do I have another way to steal your unique skill? I suppose we should give Hidden Ruler its copy chance again. Although, this is the last time I'm going to try using this to steal a unique skill. At this point, it's a no-go. I'm almost 100% sure. I don't think I have another way to steal your skill, do I? I'm going to end up having to make the swords and give them up, it seems like. Because nothing else allows skill stealing. Copy. Go away. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't really understand that, but okay. Bye-bye, Kiyoya. There we go. Task complete. Kill 1. Got the thing. Got the schematic. Actually get us free spatial blade. So, I don't even have to make this one. I just need to make sure it's back up to full EP and back up to full, durability, I guess. So actually, you get to hang out in the offhand, and I'll just try to avoid using you as much as I can. Weird one. Raphael is so good, it can do everything else. But for some reason, the one unique skill... There's one unique skill that you can't copy from the main list of ones you can get. Anyways, another little thing that happened last time, or technically after the end of last time, that I forgot to mention during the recap. I kind of have a small army of Freerins now. So I remember the whole thing where we figured out we could give Freerin uppies. I need to have both hands empty. Yeah, Freerin gets uppies. The game does not like it. In multiple ways. because now none of these Fruins can get put away. They're all just here permanently. Like, if I summon another one and I pick it up and then put it back down, it will not go away. It will attempt to summon a second new one instead. So this area is just a no-go for any mobs now. Anyways, just about nighttime. Do I want to use recall or use unyielding to go back and sleep and then come back? Not entirely sure. Do we want to go set up a villager spawner? Because it's here. I'm actually kind of proud of that. It took a while. It's very bare bones. It's literally just a fluid bucket that has a recipe and it summons villagers when in the machine. It's very bare bones. It's very basic. I'm still kind of proud of it. Like, I learned minimal JavaScripting to do it, but I did it nonetheless. Anyways, no, nothing new. I was hoping for a backpack with the music disc in it. You know what? Let's head home. So let's pull out recall, I think. We can come back to the village via the teleport stone. And let's sleep through the night. And actually, let's get Severer real quick, shall we? I think I have enough Magisteel for it, but it's going to be close. Never mind, I have nowhere near enough Magisteel. Unless I give up the pure Magisteel block, which I can. I just like holding on to that so that we can summon the... What's it called? The Elemental Colossus whenever we want. You can go away. I don't think I really need to be carrying spirit orbs on me anymore either. I don't really need to collect anymore either. Let me deal with inventory stuff real quick, and then I think I'm going to end up having to go underground to get a little bit of Magisteel if we want Severer back. So, I'll see you in a moment. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to do this, but I somehow deleted the spatial blade from existence. No idea. I just had it 1 second. I was clearing stuff out. I ended up accidentally picking up the our backup body and had to put it down and delete it just to make sure it didn't break. And then all of a sudden the spatial blade was gone. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, we're gonna need a decent chunk of more of it in order to, I guess, make a whole set of swords. Actually, I don't need to make a pure Magisteel sword, do I? Shizu dropped one, so there's that at least. I'm just going to need a medium grade one, a low grade one, and the stuff to make another... where did I put it? The stuff to make another... Oh, this is a pure Magisteel longsword. This isn't a pure Magisteel regular sword. I think there's a difference and it matters. Yep. So this just gets put away. Yeah. I'm gonna need a decent chunk more Magisteel than I was hoping. Maybe I do just use this. It's not like we're going to immediately be fighting the Elemental Colossus right now. Sure. I'm gonna need to take the silver out of here, because we're gonna need that. We do need some iron in here, though. So, drop you in, and I'll just wait for this to smelt up. We're just gonna use the block. That's going to be faster than going to gather a bunch right now. You need to keep 2 of them for the Magisteel sword, or the pure one. Magisteel. Everything in here is called Magisteel. That's not very helpful. Just a regular pure Magisteel sword. 1 of those, thank you. Now to wait for the rest of this to smelt up so that we can get the other stuff we need. So 1 second. I think I have everything we need at this point. Already have the pure one. That's not how you spell high. That is also not how you spell high. Thank you. High Magisteel sword. Then we need a low not how you spell low. What is going on? Low Magisteel sword. Now we need the spatial blade, which actually needs a Severer blade too. I grabbed out a little bit of the stuff we need. Severer blade. Spatial blade needs a single high Magisteel, Severer blade and whatnot. There's that. 5 extra Magisteel ingots. And that means we're just missing the gold, the diamond, and the netherite. I put you in the wrong chest. It's pretty simple enough. Have plenty of netherite still on us, and just need a couple of diamonds, or 4 really. Like so, and so gets us these. Boop. Boop. And thus we have several, although I do have to go one by one. And there we go. Another unique skill. That's actually most of them on the list, isn't it? Or at least a decent chunk. We're missing Musician. We have Survivor. We have Degenerate. Missing Villain, but that needs Falmouth Soldiers. Maybe that's what I should have focused on when making the bucket I got, or I made. Usurper, we have Absolute Severance. Hmm. That's pretty simple, other than the the Turtle Master Potions. I've never made one of those. I think you need Turtle Scoots, which I've never gotten a hold of a single one. Ever playing Minecraft. Berserker, that's still gonna take a while. Like, that's a lot of damage to take. Berserk, we're about halfway there. Lust, I still need to look up how to do the rest of this breeding. I do know how to breed bees now, thanks to a very helpful person in the comments. I don't know. There's a lot more uniques we haven't seen. Some of them we're relatively close to. Some of them we've at least tested or we've gotten access to before. Some of them are just so far away still, though. Like Chef. Well, hmm. We can fight Charybdis at any point. In fact, it might be worth it to go fight Charybdis today. That's one more thing off the list. That'll give us a big chunk of souls, probably. Hey, that's what we do. I was going to come set up the spawn thing with the new liquid I made. Basically, just copy this thing and then start pumping it out and then just make a villager thing. Although I would like to figure out how to automate that before doing that, maybe. You know what? Sure, change of plans. I was going to come mess around with the thing I made, but let's go fight Charybdis, shall we? We already have the core set up. We just need a good place to fight it. And we're not going to have any problem fighting it. I very much doubt that. Like, if it stops my gravity manipulation flights, I can just oppressor flicker my way up there pretty simply. I can just spam click this and fight it no problem. Did I clear this? I don't remember if I've actually been in this area. If I didn't have anything good. Oh wait, no, I've definitely been here. I was about to head south this way, but Hinata's somewhere's in that region. So let's go this way instead. I'm probably safe enough out here. This is probably far enough out. Did I already even clear this village? No, not yet. Sorry, villagers. Sorry. Yeah, you were gonna get blown up by Charybdis anyways. I'm making your death quicker and less painful. I think we're good. Oh, this is where my puppy was. Hello, puppy. Let's go even further out. Traveler. I didn't even realize I was Traveler until I said Traveler and started moving. Like, that was not purposeful, but it works perfectly. Another village. Might as well just do this real quick. just rack up a couple more, because I can now automate villager summoning and get an infinite number of them, basically. But it's still going to be kind of slow, like processing's still like a few minutes. So, yeah. Anyways, that should be good. And just go, like, down here. I think we're far enough away from anything that I care about getting destroyed. So let's summon Charybdis, shall we? I doubt it's going to be useful, but let's try out the insta-kill ability from Shadow Striker anyways. It does like I think it says it does 500 spiritual HP. And according to the wiki, Charybdis should have 6,000. Which means like 12 hits will auto kill it, but I don't know if it will die to 12 normal hits first or not. So, bars aren't really set up, but I don't know if that matters. We have like insane defenses. Let's go. I'm already flying. It has magic jamming, which means it will stop me from using some magic abilities, but I don't know if gravity manipulation is counted. Yes, it is. Cool. Whee! How much health did I just do to you? Oh, rude. Traveler, Flicker. Oh, Charybdis, how much health do you have? Out of curiosity. Charybdis has 1 HP. Cool. Where's your hitbox? Yeah, insta-kill didn't really matter much. I think we got it. Although, that only gave us 18 meat, we're gonna have to summon like a couple more. Also, I was about to say also, but technically the also thing I was about to bring up hasn't happened yet. Use that. There we go, magic jamming. I didn't realize, but apparently that skill isn't gained when you use, yeah. That skill isn't gained when you use Degenerate to eat the core. You actually have to fight Charybdis in order to get magic jamming, which is kind of interesting. Like, I didn't register that I didn't have it until I started looking to see if I had it, like, a moment ago. So there's that. There's another one of the missing schematics. That leaves the schematics for the longswords and... yeah. We're missing... which schematics exactly? Helps if I spell it right, or if I can spell it all. I think we have Webgun. We're missing the Pierrot mask. We're missing the... like Japanese... no, we have Japanese sword. Longsword, greatsword. I think we have kunai, but I don't remember. Yeah, we're basically done with schematics. There's like 3 more that we're missing. I just need to head out to very specific villages to go find them. The problem is finding those very specific villages in very specific biomes. Although, I completely forgot, I do just have Nature's Compass in. That's been in here the entire time, and I could have been using that. Oh, this is one of these places. I didn't recognize it at first, but this is one of the first dungeons we cleared. Or at least a copy of one of the first dungeons we killed, or cleared. I don't think we need to re-clear it, except for maybe the Totems of Undying. Stop speaking so quickly, me. It ends up messing up. I mean, we probably should at least grab the totems out of this place. I think we're at like 12, and if we get 20, we get another new unique skill in Tuner that we haven't seen before. So this will probably be worth it to clear real quick. It's not like I'm going to have any problems. Just run around using this ability. Or, yeah, use hockey. Everything dies, and I should get a decent chunk of totems out of it. So, let me just do this real quick. I don't care much about the other loot besides. Okay, it actually took... that took like 10 minutes, maybe? 2 of it to kill everything in the entire place, and 8 to grab all the loots. Or, I mean, probably only like 5 minutes, actually. 1 to kill everything, and 4 to grab all the loot. Because nothing despawned, which means I made it within 5 minutes. That's how Minecraft works. So, yeah, and that got us a grand total of 10 new Totems of Undying, which is 100% going to be enough to get the tuner skill. So let's head on back home real quick. Da-da-dun-da-dun. Recall. Let's actually put the Artificer Cane back in the offhand. Now let's grab these out, shall we? 1, 2, 3. I wasn't actually counting, but let's actually just toss them all in here. How many exactly are we at? 24, 25. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. And we can actually just put these into tuner real quick. Or 17. Once again, I miscounted. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Should bring us to our grand total of 20. And is this one also just a single totem of undying? It is. Interesting that they have the same requirements. Although it sounds like they're probably pretty similar skills anyways. So we now have the unique skill tuner. Destiny charge: if the player would die, instead restore them to full HP, remove negative status effects, and restore their MP and AP up to 50% to their maximum total. Okay. So basically, if you would die, you get your full health and half of your other stats back. Very nice. When it is triggered, it has a 20-minute cooldown. The skill can still be used during the cooldown. When the 20-minute cooldown runs out, the player can again revive from the death type that they already got during the last 20 minutes. Oh yes, that's right. I'm not a huge fan of how that's worded, but if I remember correctly, basically the player's HP is below 25%, grant a 30 damage boost. Okay, when below 25%, get a bunch of big boosts, but you need to apparently click it. I'm not a huge fan of how this is worded on here, but if I remember correctly, this skill protects you every 20 minutes from different damage types. So like if I, let's say, was killed by Hinata's disintegration, I would get revived. I wouldn't be protected from her disintegration again, but if she were to kill me with a sword strike, I think I'd be fine. If I'm remembering how this works correctly. This is not an easy skill to demonstrate because I don't want to die. And we're already pretty powerful, so yeah, definitely it's a very, very good skill. It's one of the best defensive skills as far as I can tell. Unyielding and this combined are so good. Like, multiple skills that just say no to death, just stacked on top of each other. Very, very nice to have. Let me pull up the actual wiki, because I want to make sure I remember right. I think the wording on there could be done better. I don't remember how well it is on the actual wiki. Okay, yeah, I was right about this. Basically, it protects you from each damage type once during that 20-minute period. So, like physical damage once, holy damage once, spiritual damage once, so on and so forth. Probably earth and all the elements each get their own thing too. It's a very nice skill. Basically, a 6 or 7 different get out of jail free cards on dying. Actually, so much more than that, because probably cold, corrosion, darkness, earth, electricity, flame, gravity, heat, holy light, magic, pain, resist. Yeah, that's like 20 almost get out of jail free cards on dying every 20 minutes. That is very nice. Although it is also another skill that I am not going to be able to really train up, because just like Unyielding, you kind of need to die in order to test it. And how many things can do that at this point reliably, even if I do take off the resistances? But, oh, Metal Slime, hello there. Do I have a way to make sure I stay close? I think they can still register me even with Murderer. It's a bit strange, but gotcha. Thank you for the magic ore. It's actually enough to replace the ones I used up for making the swords and whatnot even, so I could go summon Elemental Colossus again. I didn't think to try eating Charybdis. That would have been a good idea. That would have been a big chunk of extra EP and whatnot I should have gotten. Oh well, I'll have to remember to do that whenever I get a new Charybdis core. Anyways, I don't really have anything else planned for today. I'm trying to remember how long I recorded last night. I want to say it was just about 20 minutes, so this is probably about 45, and that's a pretty good place to end things off. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.